Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and we're off to the races.
Hudson.
Races.
Not just any races, though. This is brought to you in part by a publishing deal by Atlas,
Oh.
aka the Persona makers,
And Hudson, the people who went on to make...
and the Hudson people who went on to go bankrupt and have all their shit be absorbed by Konami.
I thought Hudson also made Kirby Crystal Shards.
Oh, that was Hal.
Whoopsie doodle.
So yeah, if you guys couldn't already tell, this is a Bomberman game. But it's not just any sort of Bomberman game. It's a Bomberman racer.
Yep. I feel like I'm getting deja vu.
Well, yeah, because it's actually our second time actually trying this game out. Because like, I know it was a while ago. I attempted to have us do this look at, but it's like it was the footage I pretty much kept on the back burner for way too long, and well, that all didn't work out. But I decided to re-record this game, and well, now that it's fresher in my head, I think we'll have a much easier time now. But let's just pretend we forgot we ever did this in the first place. And yes, it's pretty damn obvious. This entire game takes place on a giant orbital space station fashioned after, well, you know who.
Bomberman. Oh, it's a big Bomberman world. So welcome.
It literally is
jeez.
Bomberman.
Wow.
Could you be any more conceited, Bomberman?
Yeah, it's like, wow, gee, I wonder who's gonna win between White or Black Bomber in this instance.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to... For the
What the
Sony
heck?
PlayStation 1. So, yeah, this is pretty much Bomberman's trip into the kart racing genre. Although instead of racing with carts, he's racing with his animal buddies from the past couple of games.
Alright.
So why don't we go ahead and get right into it.
Seeing all these visuals, including that intro, is making me wonder, like, was there... Green Louie, Tira... Louie... is there... Was there a... wait, what are these?
These are quick items that you can purchase and use within the whatever race that you're doing. They do cost a little bit of gold, but again, you could use them like right on the fly, like right when you start.
Okay. I was gonna say, looking at the intro, has there ever been a Bomberman anime?
There have been two of them, or actually three of them, if I'm not mistaken. Two of
Really?
them based on like the Beat-em-on series, and then a third one which a lot of people know as Bomberman Jetters.
Huh, I feel like I remember Jetters from something.
Oh, I mean, I could show off Jetters at some point or another, but for now, we're doing Fantasy Race.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, I will say, like, I was sort of familiar with this game for the longest time, but it wasn't until this was released on the PlayStation Network that I actually got a chance to play it, and I will admit, I was thoroughly surprised with it. It's honestly not too far removed from like your typical kart racer, except this time you're running on an animal, and there's some things that you do need to know when playing this game. First of all, even the, all the animals actually have a dash feature, which lets them speed that can run at blazing speeds at the cost of an energy meter.
Yeah, I'm seeing that upper right, and like you can look at the status. There's an egg icon.
That's basically whenever you use an egg icon, you pretty much activate that animal buddy's latent abilities. Like in Green Louie's case, he can run faster, or something along those lines. Also, true to Bomberman tradition, you have bombs at your disposal, and they can be used for two specific needs. Either to disrupt your opponents, or to, if you time it just right, gain a brief speed boost.
Oh.
Like, this game, I will admit, like, this game's actually pretty technical, but not to the point where I would consider it overwhelming.
So how, oh geez, and then what's that platform back there we just jumped on?
Okay, so with the circle button you can jump, and if you press circle again when you go right on the pad, you pretty much get launched off that thing and right back on course. It's pretty much a massive shortcut.
Oh, it didn't take long for it to catch up.
Oh yeah, the rubber band in this game is
Nice.
pretty bad.
How do the animals themselves control?
They control relatively fine. Again, you pretty much hold down cross to accelerate. You pretty much hold up to speed up. You press the square button to use your bombs, and circle button jump.
Okay.
That's about all you really need to know.
Oh,
And
geez.
actually, no. Also, much like Mario Kart tradition, it's not just the eggs you can collect, but you can also collect certain items that I do believe you can activate with the press of the square button.
Okay, what was that, finally, what was that thing that we bought and used in this race?
I forget which one I bought specifically, but again, like, once you buy that, ow! I almost lost the race there because of that jackass.
But Louis looks cute.
He does.
Sealy, what do you think of what we're seeing so far?
It's cute, but it looks a bit dated.
Yeah, this game was released in '99 here in the States, so I think it was released earlier in Japan, but I don't know. There's something somewhat charming to this dated look.
Yeah.
I feel like the game has a bit of a steep learning curve in having to learn how to like maneuver them. Like, yeah, bonus game.
The learning curve is a tad steep. I can agree with you there, but I would say it's a little. Oh, oops.
Don't. You can go whenever, but you have to wait for the timer.
Pretty much the same thing as Sonic Riders.
Huh.
Speaking of which, I was actually about to say, like, you are right in that this game does have a bit of a learning curve. I wouldn't say it's quite as steep as Sonic Riders, but it is a little up there. But, like, once you learn the mechanics, it pretty much becomes, like, second nature.
Okay, so what are we doing here? We're trying to get every coin?
Yeah, this is a bonus game where you can grab all the coins. I mean, granted, you could speed through it all and just say screw it, but I want to at least grab all the coins, so I gotta be slow and meticulous with it.
Oh jeez, yeah. Oh yeah, how do the Tira's control compare to the Louis?
They play the same, pretty much. The only real difference between the Tiras, the Louis, and their colored counterparts is mostly in terms of their stats, like how fast they go, how high they jump, how much more reliable they are with their special abilities, and so forth.
Okay.
Like, I want to say this is the only, like, the Green Lou is the only one that has, like, the speed boost ability if you grab an egg. And I know with the Tira, he has a, I think he has an ability that grants him invincibility.
How do you unlock other racers and or animals?
Okay, so right off the bat, I will say I did skip a portion at the very beginning of the game where you get to choose who your avatar character will be. Like, you don't have to be Bomberman if you don't want to. He's just there for the sake of being, well, your avatar. You can also play as the Black Bomberman, the Pretty Bomber, Bugler, or whatever his name is, the evil guy with a big beard.
Mm-hmm.
You can play as a Bomberman that's fashioned more like an actual mock racer, you know, like a NASCAR driver or whatever.
Yeah.
You can also play as a Higgy Bandit. A.k.a. those little weird, derpy robot things that are usually controlled by Mujo / Mr. Mimi.
Right, from N64?
Or, you know, those little drones you see in Super Bomberman R.
Oh, yeah, those ones.
I'm also so surprised they actually brought them back for that game. Like,
so is there a campaign mode to this, or are we just kind of like...
Not
just doing
exactly.
Like
the most you're seeing here is pretty much your campaign.
Okay.
So I will be showing off one more race, and I'll use this time to show off the Tira, and I'm pretty much, well, piloting all the other courses that you can play through. Unfortunately, save for the first level, you do need to purchase a ticket in order to go there.
Now, once you purchase a ticket, can you go whenever, or you needs to?
Oh no, you can go. Once you buy the ticket, you pretty much have unlimited access to the course.
Okay.
Like that. So now we're gonna go through the Bomber Coaster Lake.
Or a theme park.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's actually a funny coincidence, because the last time we tried to do this game, I actually did this exact same level layout. Like, I went through the first...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The Bomber Circuit, and now we're doing the Coaster Lake.
Ah, boy.
And I will admit, like, if there's one thing I will definitely give this game, like, if you know what you're doing, like, the game can look pretty damn sick in terms of, like what you're capable of. Ah, shit!
Oh, Lordy.
Motherfucker, get back here!
I just realized the announcer and the things, it sounds a bit like Usagi, doesn't it, Sealy?
It does.
Really?
Yeah, from Sailor Moon.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's supposed to be Bomberman's natural Japanese voice.
Now I'm curious.
Up the voice actor.
Go for it.
Yeehaw!
Just scared me.
Oh god, I didn't expect this at all!
Oh man.
Just, yeah, like, shit, like, the game can pretty much be that crazy when it wants to be. It's just a matter of if you can... there is definitely a sense of trial and error with this game, but once you get it down, like, whoo-wee, is this a fun game.
Yeah.
It's just going past that first hurdle. Learning all the items, the tricks, and all that crap. The only real downside to this game is that, yeah, there's really not that many courses. It's honestly I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't say it's as bad as say Sonic R, where the amount of stuff in that game is like pretty damn shallow. This game has a fair bit to it, but it's not quite as long or engaging as say Mario Kart. Fuck.
Man.
This thing loves the water too much. But yeah. Otherwise, like, it's definitely one of those games that I would definitely recommend giving a shot at, even though it's a little hard to find nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, I remember back before the PlayStation service, this was like one of those really rare titles. Like, you can, like maybe you'll find a listing at GameStop, but like no store would have it in stock. But then once the PlayStation 3 PSN store had it on sale, I was like, fuck that, I'm sold.
Now, do you think? I guess to pad out the rest of this video, then do you think this could be on that announced PlayStation Classic?
I strongly doubt it. Like, I mean, I would love to see that personally, but at the same time, I'd imagine that Sony would probably want more high-profile titles on the service, and I don't think, as much as I like this game, I don't think that it really reaches that threshold.
Okay.
I mean, unless they really want to put more obscure titles on there than more high-standard ones. Like, I'm definitely willing to expect the likes of Metal Gear Solid, Silent Hill, or... that I'm starting to realize all the things I just said were Konami titles, which are funny choices considering that Bomberman is a Konami franchise.
I think I might know one thing you might recognize the Bomberman voice actress from.
Huh.
She was Celebi in Pokemon Forever.
Fuck!
Huh.
Really?
Like in English or in Japanese?
Fuck it, I'll take my second place.
I'm not sure.
I see Mr. Meaty.
I was assuming that Celebi had the same voice actor. I mean, some keep their Japanese voice actors, and some keep their and some have different English voice actors.
True.
Yes, it really depends on the situation, but unfortunately, since
nope, I was wrong. Never mind.
Oh,
Celebi did have an English voice actor, and that was Rusty Taylor.
Ah,
Rusty.
okay.
Oh, Rusty. Wait, Minnie?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Holy shit! You're right. Minnie Mouse was
We
Celebi.
learned something here today.
Minnie Mouse and the nephews are Celebi. That's kind of funny in a way.
What a
only
way.
hyper here. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for our look at on Bomberman Fantasy Race for the PlayStation 1. I mean, like I said before, the easiest way to get this game is off of the PlayStation Network if you're using a PS3. Otherwise, good luck finding it. On that note, I'm JamesmanXtreme.
Lucky Jack 20.
And Highway Princess Lita.
And I am so happy that I can finally put this game under my belt. Till next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.